Well friends, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2019. I hope you're having a great time trading in the market. Well, I'm joking because the way Nifty has been behaving, it's quite frustrating. And no one is really able to get a cue. And that's what all my subscribers and all my online participants are asking. When am I going to come down and share my view in 2019? So after a 2-week hiatus, I was involved in some training programs and was slightly busy, but now I was unable to spare some time over the weekend because that's where I get the best time and mind frame to do the analysis. So Nifty has not been in a great frame of mind, and the consistent attempt to move beyond 11,000 does indicate a ray of hope for the bulls. However, it has been a challenge, but it has been supported quite well by the result season. Though it has been mixed, the large cap results have been pretty interesting. Reliance has come out with numbers which have beaten the estimates. Hindustan Lever has come out with a decent number, and now Wipro too has come out with a decent estimates. And the most surprising thing about Wipro is it has moved beyond its 3-year high. So that's something very interesting which is developing, and that's what is keeping the bulls in the hunt, and that's what makes a Nifty at a very interesting stage. So is it going to be a breakout or a breakdown? Well, the pessimists always want a breakdown, and that's why you are seeing many shorts emerging at higher levels. But if you are following the charts, you will observe that the slow and steady dissipation of the negative bias, and that's what prompts me to say that we could be looking at some interesting developments on the indices in the coming weeks. So when we get into the charts, you will try and understand how this whole thing has developed. I am going to take a look at the weekly time frame, and I can see that the Nifty has actually been oscillating in a very tight range since December. So for almost 2 months, it has been moving between 10,700 on the downside and 11,000 on the upside. So you can say a 300-point range which has managed to capture the moves of the last 4 weeks. Now we are at an interesting point where the bulls are attempting to cross the high, and the evidences are on this particular point is emerging from the daily chart. So if you drill down one level lower, so that's what I have done, and I observe that this gap region which I have highlighted, can you all see this gap region? This gap region which I have highlighted as point number 1 clearly indicates that it was proving to be a resistance or a supply point where the prices attempted to go lower, but then eventually the bearish hold began to recede, and now we can see that this entire formation, this can also be called as the ascending triangle, that is actually now pushing the envelope, and now you could see a move above 11,000 very soon. And to aid this entire process of bullish move in Nifty is the move which we can see in the momentum indicators. I'll just expand the momentum indicators for you. You can see here, now you can see a MACD crossover, which does indicate a positive outlook in the Nifty on the daily charts. While weekly is in a consolidation mode, it's holding on to lower levels. So those who are intending to go long should use any declines to buy into, and a move above 11,000 could definitely take it to the region of 11,200. So that's what I am envisaging on the Nifty. So hang on to the bullish bias. It would definitely need some patience, and to support this is what I am seeing in the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has been holding on quite well. As you can see on the charts, it has been steadily moving up, and there has been formation of doji, and about 27,000 the stock, the index has actually held on quite well. Well, the indices are waiting for some positive cues, and this is what is expected from the overall environment in which we are operating now. So with not positive news flows emerging, there was a bit of hesitation, but now with the result season and with majority of the large caps continuing to remain positive, so all plus also on the chart setups, the major components of the indices, they are not displaying a negative pattern. So not displaying a negative pattern definitely is a mild indicator that we could be witnessing a breakout rather than a breakdown. And with Bank Nifty also continuing to hold the fort, one could look at some positive trends to emerge. You can see here that the bottom pane, I am having the RSI shown here. You can see that the RSI is also quite steady. So all this in conjunction does spell for some positive outlook on the Bank Nifty, which could hold on to which could enable the bullish bias. The other index which was very surprising and definitely which I had been advocating on the negative front has made quite a good turnaround, and that is Nifty IT. Nifty IT over the last few weeks has been oscillating and ranging. So you can see here since October there was a range of around 15,000 to say 13,800. So around this range there was not much of action, and the continued volatility ensured that there was not much move being seen here. But then the mixed results from TCS and Infi did not do much help. But then now the overall sentiment soon began to turn around, and the breakout plus the positive expectancy in Wipro, all this in conjunction has led to a nice breakout here. You can see here this is a weekly trend line, and the trend line breakout, a strong move above 14,700 actually has generated a strong positive bias in the Nifty IT. Well, with positive sentiment again seeping into IT, you can look at IT component stocks for a bullish bias in the coming week. So that's all we have in our weekly update. I'm sure now you all have got a perspective on how to address the indices. Indices remain positive. Well, they are taking their time, but then one should actually be holding on to the bullish bias, because that is what is being seen here. So from the index perspective, I would rate Nifty IT as the number 1, Bank Nifty as number 2, and Nifty as number 3. So Nifty IT, Bank Nifty, any component stocks, go right in. Well, index movement, if you want to trade, Nifty IT is the best bet. While the component stocks are moving quite well, you could trade the component stocks. So that's the kind of analysis which we do, and that's what we share in our programs. There are various kinds of training programs which we do. There are various kinds of webinars. You could take a look at our description below, where we have signed in. We have shown you the details, the links where you could check it out, or you could address your concerns. You could visit our office and become part of our new initiative called Market Ki Baatein, where we will interact with you. We will show you how you are supposed to read the markets, how you are supposed to interact. And we are having a program coming up on January 26th. It's a Republic Day. You could trade your way to financial freedom, and we'll show you how you could do that. There will be a brief 2-hour interaction where I'll be sharing with you on what are the prospects available in the market, what way you could approach it, and this is what is this whole new initiative about. So for those who are interested and those who are in Bombay, should definitely come down to our office. We've got a beautiful office here, and our founder Dr. Narayan has ensured that all of my colleagues and myself are interested and enthusiastic about the subject of technical analysis. With that, thank you for watching this index analysis. I'll see you on the other side on the stocks video. Thank you for watching.